It is starting again.
You're listening to the Radcast. If it's radical, we cover it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the latest edition of the Radcast. We're back here at Think Billions event. It's a killer event, and I'm joined by killer founder, serial entrepreneur, Brooke Andler. What's up, Brooke?
Hi guys, I'm awesome. I'm out here. This event has been incredible. Thanks for having me on the Radcast. I'm really excited to be a guest here and share my story with you and get some conversation going.
I know. You know, we say if it's radical, we cover it. And, I'm going to let you tee up the brand, but it's pretty radical. I was like, there's very few people where I'm talking pre-episode and I'm going, they're explaining it to me, and I'm like scientifically going, is this feasible? So, I'll try not to blush too hard. But tell us about Booba.
Yeah, sex sells, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So, Booba's a company that I created to help moms with breastfeeding. So we have completely gotten away from breastfeeding, the support of breastfeeding, and we understand that, not a lot of moms can breastfeed. We understand that there's a lot of moms that are breastfeeding. So what we want to do is we really want to create a community for moms in general, not just breastfeeding moms, but moms in general. We want to create a community. We want to create partnerships with people. We want to get information out there. We want to support people. And what I want to do is it's a little crazy, but
not crazy if you can pull it off.
Right? I want your milk.
Yes.
Bring me your milk. I want to pay the moms for their milk. I want to create a product, a dehydrated product to be able to offer to moms and malnourished babies around the world. So there's a lot of reasons why I started this company. I think the love for people, the love for babies, being able to give somebody the best start to their life is priceless, right?
Yeah, it is. And I love it because, we're at the Think Billions event, which if you really summarize means think bigger.
Right.
And that's pretty grand thinking, it's big.
It is.
It's a great endeavor. And look, my first son, so I have a personal story here. My first son was allergic to the protein in cow's milk. And literally, we thought he had like digestion issues, esophagus, because he cried. He was a perfect baby like the first couple weeks. And then he cried for probably like 6 weeks straight. And we didn't know, it was every time after we fed him. So he was tearing up his esophagus from the cow's milk.
Absolutely.
And we ended up finding something, but it was one of these, I call it liquid gold.
It is.
Because it was about $1,200 a month in formula. Something. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
And literally, so I could relate to knowing that it's not healthy for all kids, maybe not any kids. I don't know, so.
It honestly, in the world, there isn't another species in the world that drinks a different species milk. Really, if you think about it, we're the only species, human species, that drinks cow's milk. And our bodies, with the enzymes, we're not naturally able to digest it. And that's why babies they're dying. They're literally dying. This is a huge issue. And by getting out there and really educating people around the ideas of this, around what's in formula, around what's in our food, it will revolutionize healthcare. And that's what I want to do. I want to change the way we feed our babies, the way we feed ourselves. This event is centered around health. And if you don't have your health, what do you have?
Nothing.
Right?
Yep.
And if you're going to go out and have a baby, you have to take the responsibility as a person, as a parent, and say, what am I going to put in this baby to give it the best life possible? because everybody wants the best for their kids, right?
Of course.
You want your kids to have a better life than you do.
Yep.
I mean, is that
Absolutely.
possible? You have a pretty stellar life.
I'm a blessed person, but it's you know, we can all have better, and I want better for them. So,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly. So if we want what's best for them, giving them the nutrition that they need is absolutely key, because not only are they going to grow, not only are they going to get on a neurological level, the things in breast milk cannot be recreated. So if you think about that, when you say it's liquid gold, right? It is literally, you're mining liquid gold.
Yeah. Like, we were having to pay for it. It wasn't actually. I wish we could have gotten the real thing. You know.
Right.
We were paying for manufactured gold.
Yeah.
But, so where does, you know, in these condensed episodes, we'll have to do a follow up sometime. I know we could probably talk your backstory for, you know, an hour.
For sure.
But, you know, I do think it's important, you know, for people. I want people to get some perspective of a lot of things you've overcome, you know, like, so touch a little bit on, you know, the things you've overcome, like what's brought you along this entrepreneurial journey.
Man, you know, I think what it is that they say adversity, right, creates the strongest people. And I've had some real situations at a very, very young age. I mean, pretty much since I was born, I have faced a lot of adversity. I have been sexually, mentally, and physically abused for most of my life. So, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm an emotional person.
Hey, you know, I can't, I can relate and I have empathy, but like, I just can't even imagine, like, you know, like someone having to go through it, you know, like, it's like we take so much for granted, you know, like in everything, but you want to think everybody's got an equal chance or hasn't had just blatant atrocities done to them, but so many people have.
Yeah, and I think you can feel, right?
Yeah.
You know, I know what it's like to go to bed hungry, starving. You know, I know what it's like to not have any support in your world or any support around you. And sorry.
It's okay.
You just keep fighting. You know, you keep running and you keep chasing until you catch the train. Because there is a train coming. There is. And I believe, and my story is a rough story, you know, and I've lived through it. And I'm here today. And I think the biggest thing is that I know that I can make a difference. I know that I can change the way things are. I know I can. Because if I can do it for myself, I can help other people do it for themselves too. And that's one of the biggest things, is realizing that you have all the power inside of you to do anything you want to do. And those adversities or those problems, they're just gonna make you stronger. As hard as they are. As hard as the shit you have to go through sometimes. And I'd get on my knees and God, why is this shit happening to me? You know, it's a sad thing to say, but sometimes you say, how was I born into this situation? What did I do to deserve this, right? Because you're so resentful at the shit that you have to deal with, right? And the secrets that you have to keep, or the lies that you have to tell, or the person that you have to be, because people don't want you saying anything. They don't want you talking. They don't want to know about your story. That shit's real. That's some real shit right there. And that shit is what will get in your head and it'll fuck you up.
But the strength, but to overcome it. Like,
Yeah.
This is where I have the most, like, awe at those that have those circumstances that could not, if you wanted to, you couldn't fault them if they wallowed in their resentment the rest of their life. Because if anyone has earned it, they probably have. But it wouldn't do them any good. So you want them to overcome it, but you don't judge them. But the people that overcome it, like yourself, and then have these visions and these goals and these things, those are the people that deserve the respect. I mean, it's like, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you do is you take those obstacles and you learn from it, you grow from it, and you say, this isn't going to define me, and it's absolutely not going to stop me from my divine purpose, what I need to do in this world, and who I need to be. Because at a very young age, I saw what everybody was doing, and I was like, I'm not doing any of that. I learned everything not to do. And I said, my kids will never know what it's like to be raised in a family or in a home with this kind of level of abuse, right? So you learn, you only know what you know, right? Same thing with falling in love. We were talking about earlier, you know, your marriage is, my marriage is fail. And, you know, you only know what love is when you find it.
That's right.
And you don't know what that is. You don't know what that feeling is until you feel it. Just like everything else. You only know what you know until you know it. And then you learn how to do it.
It's so profound. I mean, it seems simple, but it's so profound because in that instance for me, like the first time I got married, I thought I was in love.
Right.
Because it's what I knew what I knew. I didn't know what love was until I got married the second time. You know, like,
Yeah.
because like I was like, obviously it didn't work out, but I didn't know it wasn't because there wasn't really love there. But there wasn't. I was never in love with my first wife.
Right.
Truly. Now, I didn't know that, and I wasn't trying to be a dick, but it's just the truth.
No, and you don't figure it out until you're like, this don't feel right.
Yeah.
Right? You're
Yeah.
like, wait a second.
Wait, it's in,
This
yeah.
shit ain't right.
Not supposed to be easy come, easy go. Not with a marriage.
Not
right?
with a, right. You're like, death do you part, like you're
Yeah.
ride or die, and you're
And
like,
you think you mean it. I mean, and you do. You know?
at the time, right?
Yeah.
You at the time, you're like, you know what? Yeah,
I
this
was
is-
sincere.
yeah, I love you. I married you because I thought I was in love with you, but I wasn't in love with my first husband. It wasn't until I met my second, I never got married to him, but I found out what love was. And I was like, whoa, this is how you're supposed to feel. Like every time I see you, there's butterflies. Like people are like, oh, you lose that after a year. I'm like, nah, that's if you're the wrong person. But you see your person and they light you up inside, right? Pull the magic out of you, not the madness.
Yeah, I love that. I like that. I might use that. Can I use that? Is that
Absolutely.
trademarked?
I love to share. I love sharing knowledge. I love sharing wealth. Everybody's my friend. If you want to be my friend, if you don't want to be my friend, well, fuck you. But you know.
Where's everything going with Booba? Like, what's
Oh,
that,
Booba.
you know?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Where are we going with that? Like,
Okay.
I mean, you're in the early phases. I take it, but you know, you've got a great vision, and I mean, what do the next, I don't know, 1 to 5 years look like with that? I mean, the path to greatness.
Yeah. Well, 1 to 5 years. I'm trying to do it faster.
Well, okay, 1 month, next month.
So everything is
Yeah.
faster, right? I mean, I have a timeline, but I definitely want to move it a lot faster, which I know I can. It's just like figuring out how to do it. But so right now we're launching an app, a WellTech app, which will help the community, basically, of moms in general. Not just, I don't want just breastfeeding moms. I want all moms. I want every mom out there to feel support. And you know, women need to love women. I mean, we say it, but we don't do it.
No.
We're like, what she got? What was, you know what I mean? I mean, there's a group, there are women out there that really do support and love, and you got to dig deep with that. But so the WellTech app is going to be launching in about 40 days. We'll have a beta out, and then we're going to go ahead and create the community. And with the community, there's going to be support. We're going to have lactation nurses. We're going to have doctors. We're going to have a wealth of knowledge. We want to support you. We want to bring breastfeeding back 100 times plus. We want you happy. We want people loving to have babies again. You know, I mean, we need to love to have baby. Kids are miracles. So we want to support the moms, grow a community. There'll be GPS tracking in the app, so you'll be able to connect with the moms locally. So the moms you'll be able to connect with moms everywhere, but in your local vicinity, you know, because it absolutely takes a village to raise kids. I do believe that. So, you know, moms are so restricted sometimes because we got little babies at home. Yeah. Or maybe you need a break and your friend can come over and take the baby. I mean, bring all the babies to me. I love babies. But that's what we want to do. We want to create a community first. And then what we want to do is we want to create partnerships. And we want you to feel like new moms, existing moms, we want you to feel like you have a place to go where it's a sisterhood, you know, like these are my sisters, you know, there are men and there are women, right? But within our gender, women really can help each other. You know, we understand each other. We just get each other, right? And I think if we can love each other more and really support each other, I think that's extremely important. And then the third phase is we really want to buy breast milk, and we really want to dehydrate it and create a product that you can feed to your baby that is nutrition, absolute nutrition, liquid gold, the best of the best.
Yep. That's what you can call it.
Yeah.
That's a freebie.
I'm going to use that, right? Can I use that?
Yeah, you can use it.
All right. Yeah.
Trademark registered.
TM. Got it. So that's really what I want to do. I'm really excited. I'm doing this not only to help people, but you know, one thing is we all have a divine purpose in life. We all have a necessity to do. And if you share that, you're sharing part of yourself. And that's what I want to do. I literally love to create and design. And this is something that I think will be phenomenal. It will revolutionize healthcare for babies around the world. I mean, your babies, what you're giving them is the best start to life. And that's really what I want people to understand with this company and where I'm going and what the mission is.
I love it. A lot to aspire to and a lot to follow along. Really appreciate you coming on, Brooke. Talk to me about where everybody can keep up with you and Booba.
Okay, so it is brookeandler.com. You can find me there. I have a landing page. You can reach out and connect to me. I would love to talk with you, meet with you. I also have the boobaapp.com where you can get on and check out our landing page there. And then we'll have more information about the WellTech app, when it's going to be released, when it's coming. Everything is in development. It's brand new, but we're moving at 150 miles an hour, so we're going.
I really appreciate you coming on. I really appreciate your transparency and vulnerability. It's really cool.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really enjoyed sharing with you, and I hope we can do this again.
Love it. Hey guys, you know where to find us, theradcast.com. Search for all of today's content. You find me at Ryan Alford on all the social platforms. We'll see you next time on the Radcast.